Trip Kramer here from tripadvice.com. I know that this might seem obvious to you, right? Men and women are different. Well, obviously they're different. But the problem is that men and women are acting as if attraction works in the same exact way for the opposite sex. So what I mean is a guy like you might be walking around seeing beautiful women and going, man, she's beautiful. I want to sleep with her. I want to date her, whatever it may be. And because he's experiencing that, he thinks that women are experiencing the exact same thing. He thinks that a woman will walk around, as an example, let's say at a grocery store, and see a guy and go, man, he's tall, he's handsome, I want to sleep with him. But in reality, women need more than just looks in order to want to sleep with a guy. Yeah, maybe there's like a quick little fantasy, but in the reality, she wouldn't just instantly sleep with that tall, handsome man. A guy would instantly sleep with a very beautiful woman, but a woman will not. Why? Because men and women are different. Women need more context. So this is the key word. We'll say this is the word of the day. Okay, this is the word for this video. Context. Women need more context. This is talked about a lot in evolutionary biology in the book, The Evolution of Desire. You can check that out on Amazon, Dr. David Buss. And what's talked about that in there is the idea of the context that women need. So what does that mean? That means that it's more than just the physical attributes of a man. She needs to understand what's going on with his behaviors, and she's attracted by things that are happening in the scene. Okay, so in the scene. So that means that she meets a man. It's about all the different senses that are coming together. It's what he's saying, so what she's listening to. It's about what she's smelling. That's right, the scent that's coming off of him. It's about visuals. Yes, what he looks like. So it's all about the different senses and the context and the situation in which it's happening. Context also meaning, does she feel safe? Women need to feel safe and comfortable in order to sleep with someone. Again, a guy doesn't really think too much about safety in terms of physical safety, nor in terms of emotional safety. He will just want to sleep with a woman, and he can do it pretty fast. That's just in his nature. But female nature, she needs to feel safe. She needs to feel comfortable. I'm going to give you a little tip right now in order to make a woman feel safe and comfortable when you're talking to her in order to build attraction. So in order to make her feel safe, one, you cannot slut shame her or make her feel judged in any way. Once you do that, she's going to feel like she is being judged in your eyes, and that does not allow her to feel safe and feel sexual. Another way to make her feel comfortable around you is by having a variety of topics of conversation, as well as a variety of environments in which you two are talking. So what this means is that when you're talking to her, let's say you do an approach and you're talking to a woman, you want to have a variety of topics that you're talking about, and even maybe moving around the venue that you're at or going to a new location after you approach her, because all this together is going to make it feel like you two are the only constants in this kind of ever-changing world around you. And this makes her feel comfortable and therefore more safe, and then you can start to build more attraction. Okay, so back to this idea of men and women being different. Again, women need more context. Real quick, share this with your friends. This is a very important video, something that took me years to understand and figure out, and I feel like I'm summing this up pretty well for you so you can understand the difference between men and women and how women find men attractive and vice versa. So click that share button, send it to a friend that needs to hear this. Okay. So let's continue here. Men and women are different. Another way that they're different, men are more logical, women are more emotional. So that means that men are, generally speaking, more practical thinkers and problem solvers, and women like to use more of their feelings and their emotions in terms of how they feel in a certain situation. Therefore, they might make different decisions based on how they feel. Okay? So women are thinking more with their feelings, generally speaking, men with more of their logic. This actually is one reason why Women are really into signs and astrology. There's not a lot of logic to that. That is more just based in theories and also intuition. So that's actually one of the reasons why I always say in one of my free videos called Chick Crack that astrology is a great conversation topic to have. If you want to check out that free video, which is called Chick Crack, that gives you several different conversation topics that women really like to talk about, which makes conversation easier, which then makes the variety of topics lead to the point where she's feeling more comfortable around you. If you want to learn about those, there's a link down below. You can check it out, tripadvice.com/chick-crack. So understanding that men are more logical, women are more emotional, this is another reason why attraction works differently. You have to spike an emotion. You have to spike her emotions when you're trying to build attraction. I have a formula called TED, which I've talked about on many videos, and it's also in my video course called Hooked. TED stands for Tension, Entertainment, and Dominance. And these are ways that are going to build attraction, doing it through emotion. Okay, again, you can't convince a woman to like you. You cannot convince a woman to like you. You cannot say to her, oh, there's these reasons why I'm attractive, and these reasons why I'm attractive, and these reasons why I'm attractive. It's just an emotional response. Now, of course, it is an emotional response for a man, too. If he's not attracted to a woman, she can't logically convince him. But I guess the point I'm trying to make is it's more emotional when it comes to a woman. In terms of talking to her, you need to be spiking emotions and make her really feel something. Why? Because it's not just visual. It's something more than that. It's something that's happening within the context. So when you're talking to a woman, it's all about your behavior. It's about the things that you say. It's about your, not all the time fully, but a lot of your body language or nonverbal cues. It's about the way that you're speaking to her. It's your eye contact. It's the way that you're building tension through the flirtatious things that you're saying. It's the way that you're behaving in leadership qualities. You're leading her through the approach and all the way to the point where you guys are in the bedroom with each other. So you understand it's a lot more about behavior, which is about spiking the emotions, which is all about what's happening within the context of you two in your little world together. I want you to subscribe if you haven't, because more videos coming out like this to talk about and understand female nature and understanding how attraction really works. I hope this helped. You understand the word of the day. And if you're still here, which I'm glad that you are, I want you to write the word context down below in the comments. I want 100 of these. So guys are going to come and see, what the hell? Why is everyone saying context? And then they'll understand. Hope this helps. I'll see you on the next video.